Hello Pisces, this is Olivia from Doss Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for you for August the 9th through the 15th. The oracle card that came out for you was called the Seer. And it says, see beyond the current situation. This is kind of like, it's kind of like a tarot card reader, but it's more of a, what do they call that again? Looking glass. I did read this one, and it talks about just focus on the prize, because the divine is also changing your path to something that's more favorable than what you're on now. So be prepared for a big change in your path, Pisces. It's going to be big. It's going to be life-changing, and that's for sure. And just looking at your cards too, I can tell there's going to be some major change in here. The Three of Cups talks about a celebration between friends or families. It could be a marriage or an engagement party. It could even be a birthday party, but some kind of fun engagement, you know, celebrating with happiness. It doesn't look like they're doing much social, what do they call that? Socially, they're too close together. Just teasing. But then we have the Three of Hearts. This tells me there's been some kind of heartache, some kind of sorrowfulness, something that was very hurtful. Could have been tears. But it is something that you're going to stand up for, and you're going to protect it, whatever this is. If this is the ending of something, you're going to protect it. And again, up here, the same thing. Perseverance. You've fought many more battles than this one, harder battles than this one, and you are going to persevere. You're going to continue going. You are not going to stop. And this talks about, with it being in reverse, the Devil card talks about the chains are falling off of their necks. So now's the time to take the first step out of this toxic situation, and then you will be free of this. Whatever this toxic situation was, may it be codependence, any kind of addictions, and we all know what all of those are. It will be done. There will no longer be any more toxicity in your life. I know it's easier said than done, but now's the time to do that. Now is the time when this is in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles, this talks about collaborating and working together with, you know, 2 or more people. And it's not just about working for Pentacles, because these are set in stone. These are just for recognition. It's like this person here, which I believe could be you, Pisces. You have a talent. And now you're able to express that talent, and you're being recognized for it. Whereas maybe in the past, you weren't even being recognized for all the talent that you had. People just took it for granted. Maybe they didn't even pay you for your worth, because if they recognized that you had talents, they'd have to pay you more money. I mean, I don't feel like that's the kind of reading we have here. It could be about money. There's 2 wands here, but we'll have to wait and see during the clarifying. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, this talks about ending a cycle, which this would be near ending. This is near ending too. But it talks about a karmic cycle that's ending. And once that ends, which is already spinning in your favor, there's going to be a turn of events. Things are going to start turning in your favor, Pisces. A lot different than what you're going through now. A lot different. All right, so let's go ahead and I want to clarify these cards and see what we have. Now, no, let's just go. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. I was going to say this could be too much drinking. You know, celebrating all the time. And the other thing I noticed when I laid them out, we have 1, 2, 3 threes, which could be a third-party situation. So just be aware of that too. But let's see. The Lovers in reverse. Now, this is a break in a commitment, a lover's commitment. It could be a business partner. It could be some kind of partner. It could be just a love partner, or, you know, don't necessarily have to be lovers, but it usually is. And it's Gemini. And this is Capricorn. And the Hermit in reverse. This talks about somebody that is trying to find answers to personal questions, but doing it through other people. Trying to find the answer through other people instead of listening to your inner self, because the Hermit card is talking about in the upright, they're internally looking for answers within themselves because they know that the answers are there, but for some reason it's in reverse, which tells me that they're looking for answers through other people. So this could just be drinking buddies, you know, males or females. Let's clarify that Three of Swords. Oh, this could have something to do with a soulmate. Soulmate connection here. Is somebody headed to propose to a soulmate? Now, this is a break with a lover, or it could be a soulmate. But this cup is empty right now, but it will be filled. And this person is headed out to offer love to somebody. So we'll have to keep going to see how this balances out. And then the Seven of Wands, this talks about, like I said, defending something, not only yourself, but perhaps options that you have or things you want to do, and you don't care what other people say. You're not listening. Yes, you want just the truth so that you can get to the clarity. You want to find out what the truth is here. And it has something to do with the King of Cups in reverse. Now, the King of Cups in reverse is somebody that's very vulnerable. And he doesn't like for that to show. And so when it does show, it's kind of a bitterness. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. The Four of Swords. This is somebody that's sick. Somebody that needs possibly healing of some sort. After all the roughness that they've been through, the battles, the Three of Hearts or the Three of Swords, this tells me that somebody needs to take a time out right now to recover. Oh my God. This talks about death. In reverse, it usually talks about a permanent death. I pray that's not true here. Somebody's not healthy. Okay. Maybe there's heart problems. Somebody could have heart problems. But remember, this is, now's the time to walk away from this. This is telling you, this is asking for you to look at yourself. Now's the time to judge yourself. And it's talking about judging yourself in the past. What if, when you look at your past, have you cleared out all your karma? I'm guessing you have if the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. Is this you, Scorpio? I'm sorry, Pisces. I'm sorry, forgive me. I meant Pisces. Wow. I was looking at this. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles. This talks about judging yourself and making sure that you know that you walked with integrity. And it does say that, when you do that, once you've looked at your past and you've asked for forgiveness and have forgiven others, it's like saying that your karma is clear. This is kind of scaring me a little bit. I don't like that there's a permanent death and then there's judgment. Walking away or breaking free from this. And maybe that's what it needs to happen. Let's clarify that Three of Pentacles. Now this talks about unhappiness, but it also talks about codependence. And now there's a break with two lovers, two people that are romantically attached. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Now somebody's heading out really fast, impulsively. It's like they're trying to get there to speak a truth. And it's something that they've been waiting to do for quite some time. And with the Wheel of Fortune there, that tells me now's the time. The time is up. Let's clarify. The Five of Swords in reverse. This tells me there's been a loss of a battle. Probably all of this is kind of in that energy. There's a loss here. It could be a loss of a relationship. It could be a loss of a lover and a partner. That could be one and the same. But this battle card is, the battle has been lost, but they're still arguing and continued arguing. It's just dragging on more and more. And it's tongue lashing, verbal abuse to one another. And this could just be somebody reminiscing about the past, remembering the good times. But it also talks about with these two that it's something to do with a soulmate connection. I think it's a three-party situation where there's two sets of people. Pisces with somebody here that they really at one time saw eye to eye with, and they were like, twins almost. And then being married perhaps with somebody here that's the lovers in reverse. That's a break in a marriage, and this is a break in a partnership. And now there's a break in a marriage. So it could definitely be the lovers here in this. Because this is more of a lovers in a marriage. And this is more of a romantic, or at least that's the way I read it. There is a huge cup of love here. If this is you, Pisces, in reverse, this cup of love is definitely for you from the divine. Apparently there's something that you found out. There's some kind of truth that's being told about these people that are trying to keep you down. Sometimes there's people in our life, especially with this devil energy, they like to belittle and down talk Perhaps you, Pisces, somebody in your life. It could have been one of these or whatever. And maybe right here, you're just wanting to find a soulmate. You're done with all of this BS up here. You're just done with it. It didn't work. It's not working. So then you're headed out with your broken heart, because even though it's something you want to be done with, there's still going to always be a broken heart when there's love involved. But you are stepping away from something that was very toxic, to the point where it was almost like killing you. But you found forgiveness for that person and for yourself, and you have been judged as it's justified. The karma's cleared. And the Hierophant here tells me that there's been an ending of a marriage. And this sort of truth here is something that came out that you didn't realize before. And now you're realizing it, and it just makes you get out of balance. There was some kind of belittling. And this also talks about controlling. It also talks about codependency. So if you were attached to somebody that was controlling and you're codependent, that could be a bad combination. One would overrule the other one in a horrible way, unjustifiable. But there's definitely love here for you, Pisces. The divine is sending you a cup of love. It's to refreshing you, to give you that spark of life again, and not to give up on love. You may have gone through some icky stuff here, but don't give up on love. Keep going. Defend yourself. Fight off all that excess crap. Because you are very vulnerable at this stage here in reverse. Very vulnerable. And then the last card for the reading. The Wheel of Fortune again. You know, double indemnity is what I call it. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. It's like double the power, double the rewards, double the fortune, double everything. Beautiful. The divine is definitely watching over you for this. And it talks about setting you, recalibrating your path so that it's something that's going to be more favorable for you. You're done. The divine is saying you are done with all of this. Forget it. It's all done. Here's a cup of love to renew you so that you don't feel out of balance. It's going to turn you back upright. You've learned the clarity. You've learned your lessons, because you wouldn't have, if you wouldn't have gotten the 2 cards, you wouldn't have learned your lesson. And in a way, it kind of makes me wonder if you didn't get 2 cards because you had 2 karmic lessons going at the same time. It almost feels that way. Oh, goodness. All right. And the bottom of the deck, yes, I told you, justified. There is justice on your behalf. The divine has justified what has happened here. You're getting on the right path. Let's see what we have from the Lover's Oracle. These don't always talk just about love. They also give really good advice. If there's a situation that's not pure love or something, there is good advice here. Let's see what we can find out. One card, please. There it is. And it looks like a dove. Isn't that a dove? Beautiful. It says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I told you. That is absolutely beautiful. The divine's got your back. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that this helps you, Pisces, and I wish you the best, and I will see you next time. And until then, namaste.